slash marker loop hero 2. You know what? I don't. You're gonna say it's the freaking worms. I think it was the freaking lich. And I'll tell you, I think it was more because of the fact that we swapped. I think we should have gone for better skeletons and less of them. I think that would have been stronger for us in all ways. We lost the shelf, unfortunately. That's okay. Life goes on. I don't even know what I'm doing on this menu. And it wasn't a particularly strong run. I wouldn't bet on any building. Here's what I would say. Let's try level 2 as the necromancer. That was our first time as the necro. Now we kind of, in my opinion, we kind of know what's up. I hate starting with his warrior loot though. Yeah, we'll keep the worms further away next time. No disagreement there. Don't mind a spider making life harder for us here. Maybe upgrade some buildings. Bungler, you can't. You'll see a green arrow if you can upgrade a building. I scanned the buildings. I did an ocular pat down, and I did not see any green arrows. And as a result, you know, especially considering we lost 70% of our resources, I think on that one you just kind of gotta eat it. Attack speed +4, nothing wrong with that. 3x3 mountain range incoming. What's the prediction? Kill boss. I like to know the prediction. That way I can tailor my run to help out the believers. And to punish the doubters as much as possible. Which is my raison d'etre for the most part. Skeleton level plus 0.92. Spider cocoon corridor. And I'm still loving it. You know, we don't really have a reason to save meadows, I think. Just put them adjacent to stuff that that gives you a good payout early. Keep those mountains coming. It's a close split. It shouldn't be. Like, if we had the ability to create, like, odds, we would certainly make it so that, like, believers should get paid out, because we've never killed the second boss. Nor have we ever seen the second boss, and it's only our second time being this character. So it's like, it's kind of a ripoff to vote for belief right now, which is why I respect the heck out of anybody for doing it. Now, we finally got villages. Put a meadow down here. Village, I like to keep them, like, equidistant from my campfire. Now, Vampire Mansion has honestly, like, I think we should take this out of the deck for the necromancer. And I don't think it's like, I don't think we should make the reclaimed village anymore, whatever it's called, the ransacked village. It usually leads to us being destroyed. Although we do have it going pretty early. It would pay out on loop 5, I think. Let's try something different. We've been trying other things. They haven't been working out too well. Let's try something different. Let's put you down over there. Thank you, skeleton. Much appreciated. I'm gonna need you to do a little damage faster than this, if possible. Our bubble shield is running into trouble. If you could hit enemies a little harder, a little faster, thank you. Okay, blood grove's very important. We don't have the means to get one on the board yet, but it's very important. Amulet. Man, the magic HP. They do like no... They do nothing, man. Okay, remember the C pattern with these. Remember the C pattern with these. Absolutely true. So we don't build on those corners yet. We're learning. There we go. We got a quest. Do you get a quest right away from a ransacked village? Like, that was kind of what I was worried about, is that I wouldn't get a quest out of the ransacked, but I could be wrong. You don't. Okay, so I like having the quest, honestly. Early quests for some extra HP. So this is just a much better amulet. Summon quality and skeleton level have gone up. But we should put the wheat fields down, though. Okay. Just a long walk. Just a long walk around. No big deal. Got a little overconfident on the last run. It's been known to happen. This run will try to be a little bit more, trying to be a little bit more, what's the word? Less hubris. There's got to be a word for less hubris. Ruins. Now we got to think about this. You want it to be far away from the campfire, if you even want to place it. I'll place it, but humble? You know, I think humble is a little bit different than hubris. They occupy a similar niche, don't get me wrong. But someone could be full of hubris and still be humble, in my opinion at least. Humbleness is just, you know, being deferential to your accomplishments, whereas, you know, hubris I see as being overconfident in your ability to succeed. I think we need a new antonym in the dictionary. That's the problem. Okay, this is we're saving some cards here. That feels good. Humility. That's a better word. I agree. I don't think we want our ruins to be kind of far away if possible. I don't mind putting down a second ruin there. Unhubricity, there you go. Or anti-hubricity, I'll accept those as well. But give me the regen. It's not a huge deal. 10% evasion is pretty good too, but we get into these long fights, we might just die right here, honestly. These spiders are freaking sending us, man. Please, skeletons attack faster. Summon quality is much better. Okay, evasion 8. We used all of our potions already. Well, doubters, pay the doubters out. Necromancer is not good at fighting multiple enemies. Alright, that's good to know. Well then, in that case, and we got no resources to build with, let's be honest, we should restructure our deck. I still like a treasury. Yeah, I could see the value of a road lantern. We don't want to fight multiple enemies. So no spiders. Village wheat fields, still a lot of fun. We don't want vampire mansions because they add problems for us. We need at least 2 cards here. I mean, we could go Grove, Blood Grove. That's still pretty good. And then we have to take Rock and Meadow. This is an 8-card deck that mostly is going to create 2 Rat Wolves. It's no big deal. Give me Oblivion on top of that. Yeah, okay. I kind of like this deck. I hate starting with this loot, though. It's a long walk. See, this skeleton against 1 enemy, we got no problem. We don't place single rocks. Not yet. We do have an amulet for a little bubble shield. I got no problems there. Regen per second. The easiest time to get loot is right at the start of the game. No evaluation required. Some evaluation required. Hey, that's why you do the evaluation. Okay, 3x3 mountains. Get those going. Grimoire. Free Grimoire. Give me a Grove. I'm trying to think. We want it to be close to the boss. Yeah. Let's put it right here. Then we can put a Blood Grove here and it won't quite hit. But you know what? Lesson learned. Just walking around. Just walking around. It's a long trip on the heart loop. No, it doesn't. We're gonna save that. It doesn't quite hit the boss. It does? I don't think it does. Like the area of effect on it was low, right? Like it didn't. It doesn't hit the boss square, does it? Doesn't the boss spawn on the campfire? Blue coverage. Anyway, okay, hold on. Yeah, that's slightly better. Oh, it's the square before the campfire. I'm still not putting it down because I don't believe you. If you end up being right, we'll just, you know, we'll see. Doesn't matter. We can always just place one more grove there and then send it. Amulet. Better summon quality for the cost of 1 magic. I don't mind. Meadows. We're just waiting on the meadows for now. Just waiting on them. Yeah, the run ended. You can pay out the doubters, but do me a favor, don't start another one. We're getting sketchy, organized crime vibes in here. And I prefer when I'm the star of the show. I don't like it when chat becomes like 99% like, bets, where's my points, bets, where's the points, bets, where are they? So just like, you know, we'll just abstain for the rest of the stream here. There we go. A doubled bubble. You love to see it. We have a second Blood Grove. So we're going to go Grove, Grove, Grove Street for life. Single slimes, no problem whatsoever. Level 2 Grimoire. Strictly better. And a second ring. Welcome. Dude, we gotta do something with these meadows. I mean, you can always... It's not like we're dunking anything else back there. You can always put a meadow right there. Attack speed plus 8. I think people are talking about the idea that attack speed might actually allow you to summon skeletons faster, which would actually be worth a lot. 1.59. If it does get skeletons faster, then attack speed is kind of interesting. If it doesn't, then I sleep. Okay, rocks, you know, I didn't want to do this. If it's got to be done, then it's got to be done. Because like what we ran into last time against the boss is that like we were summoning skeletons at a rate much slower than our ability to create them, due to the worms. Fair enough. Okay, I think we gotta extend this a little bit as well because this is a hungry grove. But I think that if our attack speed is up and it gets more, well, if we summon skeletons faster so that that break-even point is a little closer to realistic, I'm kind of okay with that. I don't mind losing a card, you know, we get a special resource out of it. Okay. Village. You're not wrong, it would be nice to heal before we get here, but if we've got wheat fields in the deck, we might as well roll them. I still don't think this is really our problem. I think the halfway point is fine. And then the treasury down here, with a meadow here, here, and here. We're waiting for our next rocks. There we go. There we go. attack speed makes the blue bar fill faster. I'm being 100% honest. There's a blue bar. Oh, excuse me. Max skeletons +1. We prefer that to evasion. Under your HP. In battle. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so that fills faster with more attack speed, probably. I was worried about color blindness for a moment there. That's a good one. Regen per second. I sleep on it for now. More wheat fields. And a bandit camp, it does not bother me. We're probably not going to summon a third skeleton anytime soon, but it's nice to have the opportunity to begin with. And then, no, this is totally fine. This is like the way we want to play this for the time being. 2 new quests, we're about to get a ton of experience. The chest armor cannot be equipped as the necromancer. The cuirass you see them wearing right now grows out of their skin. Look at this. Okay. So mountains adjacent to mountains. Oblivion's just chilling. Not gonna level up here, but we're gonna get close. And we're gonna get loot. I think we're just waiting on like cool loot. Right now we're like we're a little on the low side. We're just got like good stuff. I'd like some oranges. Road lantern decreases the number of enemies that can spawn on adjacent tiles. That's the stuff. Okay, so we are not that concerned about it yet, but this might get a little hot and this might get a little hot. Let's start it here, because just it might have an effect on the boss if we happen to make it that far. We'll trade the current cards for a future reward. Level 5 Grimoire. That's just strictly better. That's an easy choice. Skeletons are looking mighty strong. They can't hit to save their lives, but they're looking mighty strong. 17% evasion. You know, we'll leave that in the inventory for now. There may come a time where that matters a little bit more. We don't have to make a decision right away. So it's still a lower skeleton level, even adding them together. Regen, not interested. You can't. We don't really want to put the rocks down yet. Just wait on it. Just wait on it. Yeah, look at this, man. Like, our whole inventory is gray. Like, where's the rares? Where's the legendaries? Summon quality goes up 26%. I'll swap out of the attack speed for that. I don't do it lightly, but I'll do it nonetheless. Well, this is a bit of a sleeper battle. Can you hit the harpy, please? I'm waiting for that second treasury. I mean, we could pop this treasury, like, pretty easily. If we get one more rock, we might do it, just because I think we're at a little bit of a loot deficit right now. Defense of 8. There's some temptation. I'm not going to deny that. Are we going to die on this loop? Possibly. I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna hit you with the. I'm gonna take 1 skeleton away, and I'm gonna put 8 defense on to keep us alive for this loop. That's not endgame loot. I'm not concerned about endgame loot yet. You know, losing a semi-decent piece of loot is not that special. So we're gonna put down 2 rocks. We're gonna pop this treasury. If it costs us some common cards later, nobody cares. Skeleton level. This is slightly better. Plus, it comes with other stats. And then attack speed and skeleton level. Let's go for raw skeleton level. And the attack speed will help us spawn them a little faster. And then we can finally put meadows on the corners here. Which is good for our HP on a daily basis. And we can put a rock hero up here and send it. What's the difference between level and quality? I think level is, you know, their HP and damage. And, oh, dude, this is mighty tempting, but I'm gonna stick with what we got. I'm gonna dance with the one who brought us up to this point. Hold on. Defense 2, attack speed 3. You know, it does still offer us some defense, and I appreciate the... Do we heal every time we swap, equipment? We do heal every time we swap equipment, because of the furniture from before, I guess, that we have in the camp. But yeah, I think level is HP and damage, and then quality is like, you know, what version of them comes out, which I'm sure has a statistical change as well, but I would say this is, I mean, you're getting 4.54 versus 3.98, but this does come with defense and regen. But, you know, I kind of just like the... I'm going with those raw level stats right now. Skeleton level goes up, and regen, I would say this is a no, actually. I liked our left ring. There we go. Finally a level up. Hold on, hold on. Pause me. Plus 3 times loop HP after a skeleton's death. I think we gotta do that because I know, like, field practice, I still don't think it can actually, 0.25 to a skeleton. And this, starting from when the loop was received, we're not gonna be looping too many more times from this point onwards. I think we're gonna take the HP sustain. Mountains are doing fine. We wanted our... Honestly, I'm like, actually, our second road lantern should be right there for now, I think. We don't do well with multiple enemies, but we're about to hit our campfire, assuming we live. Pop the potion, we got one left. Could you just please, like, attack the same unit? Could you just attack the same unit? We're actually gonna die. I don't believe it. Well, the good news is it wouldn't have mattered which one we chose there. I think I'm just gonna go back to chapter 1 and try to be the Lich as chapter 1. Because, like, we're getting a little tight on time here. And we still have no upgrades, which I'm gonna assume means we have no builds. Put me back on chapter 1. Let's beat the Lich on chapter 1. Yeah, we got like 20 minutes until browser games. So I don't want to overextend it. I mean, they take a long time. They can take a long time, at least. No, the bosses are, they're different between chapters. Okay, hold on. Village, you know, let's set up for the boss fight. Seems sensible. Mountains seems sensible. Give me this one then. Bloodgrove can't be placed yet. Yeah, I'm excited for this to come out tomorrow as well because, like, honestly, part of the problem so far has been, like, a lack of backseating, I think. Like, I found it hard to generate advice on how to play the game. Seems like people don't really know what they're watching, and they don't have specific feedback that's actionable, which is troublesome. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Alright, smack it around. Road lantern close to the boss also stops a Lich's palace from being built, perhaps. Get these rocks down. Don't be too finicky about it. Let's stop. You know, like, there's something I think people don't give enough credit to called, like, analysis paralysis. Like, you ever... Like, I don't know if you've ever been involved in sports, like, in any kind of, like, capacity. But, like, sometimes you'll have, like, a coach, and they'll be like, hey, you know, we already got through practice, like, we know what we're gonna do. Just go out and execute. And you go out and you're, like, super hype. And then sometimes you have a a coach that comes out and he's like, hey, just so you know, like when you get out there, you're gonna pass the ball immediately to this person. They're gonna dribble 2 times. They're gonna do a behind the back pass to Tommy. Tommy's gonna do between the legs. He's gonna bounce it, and you're like, and you're picking up like none of it, right? Just because of the fact that there's so much going on. Like, I'm not saying this is the reason that we're kind of, you know, in this position right now, but you know, as people are like, oh, it's you know, you're using mountains to make mountains. You could use rocks to make mountains, and then you get an extra 0.75 HP per tile, and this, and I'm like, I can't, you know, I got too many different analytics, like pogging around in my brain. I'm just gonna start, like, playing cards, and taking the loot that seems best. I think it's one of those things where you start to get a little bit too into the... I mean, it's doubtlessly, like, good advice, but if you start to get a little bit too into the minutia like that, it can complicate your ability to see the big picture, you know? You can't see the forest through the trees. So I'm gonna place the rocks and the mountains next to each other, and I'm gonna put good loot on. Alright, we have 1 enemy followed by 2 enemies. I was worried we'd have 3 on the same spot. I think we got a little lucky. Yeah, numbers go up, we say, haha, good stuff. Numbers go down, we respond with a frown. Quest done. Not even close to leveling, though. You can dub up on the wheat fields. You need another village first to make it happen, though. It takes a village to raise a wheat. Single bandit, I don't sweat. Now, I'm trying to think of where a grove should go. We could maybe place it over here, and then try to put a blood grove here so that it captures that village square. Maybe? I don't know. It seems potentially functional to me. I'm gonna store this meadow for now. Okay, level 2 loot, finally. Skeleton level is better and regen. That's a gimme. Summoning quality is better. This is evasion, right? I'm starting to learn just from the way the loot actually looks. At least the common stuff. Defense 2, summon quality plus 21. That's a gimme. Those are gimme upgrades. Those are rookie numbers. Level 4 amulet. It's a gimme. Just raw HP. Single enemy. Skeleton. It's no problem. The skeletons will take them easily. Okay, treasury or state? Treasury. Meadow. Rock. Oh, we should have gone for the super mountain, probably. Yeah, that's no big deal, though. It's raw. You know, I've been watching so much Kitchen Nightmares. It's very reassuring. Like, every Kitchen Nightmares ends on a somewhat positive note, where you assume that the restaurant is going to live happily ever after. I advise you not to Google them after the fact, because literally like 80% of them go out of business. I would say within like even a year after the Kitchen Nightmares episode airs. We're still good here. Just wait it out. But some of them, like the video I watched this morning, was like, here's 3 restaurants that are still open. And then I Googled them again to be like, are they still open? And they has like 4.7 out of 5 reviews. And I was like, hey, Gordon, you did a great job there. Well done, Gordon. Like, and if you're still open after 2020, like, you know, I think your business is your business savvy is pretty good, probably. Okay, attack speed up, skeleton level up. We lose summon quality, but I think you know what? For the time being, except for this one, give me best loot available. watched the exact same video. I actually, so I see you talking about an Indian restaurant. I didn't see that one, but I was on baby duty during it as well. I only saw there was like an Italian place in Brooklyn, and then there was a Greek restaurant in Seattle, and I was like, oh, Seattle. How about that? You know what, I will do this. Slightly lower skeleton quality, good evasion, good, and wait, you get extra quality or level after it anyway, so yeah, that's a gimme. But I will say Gordon did a remodeling of a restaurant called, I think it was called Mama Maria's, and he revealed the restaurant to everybody, you know, all the staff and stuff like that. It's possibly the most, terrible, like, time capsule remodeling of a restaurant I have ever seen. The font is in, like, the spray painted, like, you know, like fake grimy, like, ksh, ksh, Mama Maria's. And then the restaurant's in Brooklyn, so the art is like, it's a chalk, like, painting, I don't know, chalk etching of the Brooklyn Bridge. And you're like, okay, that's a little tacky. And then on the one wall is just like 12, I don't know, how many letters is Brooklyn, you know? I don't know, it's like 8 letters framed in individual photos that just says BROOKLYN. And I was like, ugh. It's like Airbnb art, you know? Yeah, Jay, it is, even if I can tell you that your restaurant design is bad, then it's a terrible sign for anybody that has a hint of, like, aesthetic ability. Because I never go into a place and go like, oh, it looks nice. I only notice if it's horrible. Like, anything between a 3 and a 10 is palatable, and I don't even notice. And anything under that is like, that's the only time I pipe up. Ooh, you know what? I will. It was really bad. I just looked it up, and wow, it's bad. I wouldn't mention, because look, the place is still open, and it had a nice story and stuff like that. I just think that I think that they kind of botched it on the redesign. That's all I'm saying. My favorite episode of a show like that is the Pirate Bar from Bar Rescue. You know, I think there's things you can learn from those shows. One of them is that, like, I think a lot of people have, I mean, some of them are, like, a little faked, obviously, as well. But, like, or exaggerated, at least. A lot of people have, like, literally no business being in the restaurant industry. Like, I don't understand what attracts someone to the restaurant industry when they have no penchant for cooking. Don't rush me here, thank you. They have no penchant for cooking and no business sense. But they go like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, like, liquidate all of my savings to start a restaurant just cuz. Like, everybody knows that the restaurant industry is like it's the hardest industry to be in, right? Like 50% go out of business in the first year or something like that. I don't know, streaming is probably a little harder, but okay, so 3 strengthened skeletons will be joining the hero on each loop. We tried it once. It was fine, I thought. +1 to maximum number of skeletons. It is you know, it's a nice passive impact. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, maybe it exists in all industries. Like, maybe there's like a Gordon Ramsay of, like, apparel that could go around to, like, those weird clothing shops you see in, like, strip malls and be like, you know, why did you open this place? And they'll be like, I don't know, I just always like shirts. I've been around them since I was a youngster, you know? So this is a great ring, but, like, I just gotta ask, what makes a level 6 ring where you added an extra skeleton better than a level 2 ring where you add an extra skeleton, right? Like, I might be missing something. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm just... Bigger number is better. Well, you know, when you're right, you're right. No, we do not need a Gordon Ramsay of streamers. I'm not even saying this to, like, throw shade, but streamers are like, and again, this is gonna get me in trouble just for thinking it, but I'll say it anyway. streamers are like allergic to treating their stream as if it's a business, which I understand, you know, it's kind of like a hobby that grows into a job, but most streamers, I think, don't really like the idea of applying business sense, I would say, to their stream. They just want to play what they want to play, and then, like, if the viewers come in, great. If they don't, also, so what? I think there's an aversion to it. It's almost like it's seen like if you use any kind of like business sense or practices in your stream, it's like some people think you're cheating. I don't want to fight more than one flesh golem. Says the guy with 3,000 Isaac episodes. Yeah, why doesn't McDonald's just stop selling the Big Mac? You know, haven't they sold enough Big Macs? Like, they should start selling some trendy foods. Like, they should start selling bubble tea. Give the people what they don't want. That's the #1 rule, I think, of running a company. Actually, the #1 rule of running a company is create shareholder value. NL, haven't you read the Principles of Upper Management? Anyway, again, people. I mean, it would just create some toxicity. I think if you had a Gordon Ramsay for streamers, but then again, it's like the same thing, right? Like when the restaurants will like call Gordon Ramsay and be like, "Hey, come fix our restaurant," and then he's like, "Well, here's your problem. The food sucks and you're mean." And they're like, "I'm not mean. You're mean." Much worse skeleton level, but you know what? It's orange, so let's put it on here. Okay, that's not as good. This loot, I sleep on this loot temporarily. Adios. Oh, don't make me swap it again. We don't need max skeletons +1 again. Like we're never getting to like 4 for the time being. Your skeletons have no talent. They're flat. As long as we're summoning enough, I'm content, but I'd watch that show. I mean, honestly, like, I don't know, I wouldn't pay for it, but if they would, if like a very famous streamer was going around doing like free consultations or something like that, I would love to at least have them come in and be like, you know, hey, give me, like, that's valuable feedback. That's like tens of thousands of dollars worth of feedback for free, or for the glorification of their image, maybe. But still, like, you know, no such thing as a free lunch. Dye your hair? Oh no. Please no. Skeleton, dude, there's just, there's so many numbers, man. The most important number is 5 and it's equal, I say no. I say no. But like, I love those shows. I mean, it just goes to show you, you know, you would love to see like an episode of Kitchen Nightmares where like the business is actually running super well, just to like restore your faith in the restaurant industry to some degree. Like I'm sure some sketchy stuff goes down in like almost all restaurants. I guarantee I've eaten stuff that's been dropped on the floor. You know, I'm not concerned about that to some extent. Like I'm like, you know, what I don't know, an oak bed. What I don't know, don't hurt me. But I also, like, it really, I don't know, I guess the more I watch Kitchen Nightmares, and this is not going to be a super popular take, but, like, the more respect I have for, like, these, like, chain restaurants in Vancouver. Not like an Applebee's, but, you know, like a Joey's or a Cactus Club or something like that, where I'm like, you know, it's not the highest quality food, but they're, like, very consistent, never really have a bad experience, at least until the bill comes. I think I'm happy where I stand. That's a heck of a hit, though. I'm like, I think they do, it gives you a respect for the business side of a restaurant. You know, all the stuff that isn't merely just cooking a delicious meal. Level 8 ring, I'm not even doing an examination. I'm just putting it on there. I'm operating on the assumption That's some good stuff right there. I see equal signs, I say no. Didn't even know Cactus Club is from Vancouver. Yeah, I think it's from BC at least. I don't know if it's from Vancouver. I think it is though. There's a few like Vancouver chains that are like heavy. You know, they're going national at least. Like Aritzia is kind of popping up in the other major cities and metropolises in Canada, and then that's not where that's supposed to go. That's just a whiff. Cactus Club, Lululemon, of course, very famously from Vancouver. White Spot? Yo, White Spot chicken strips are, like, really good. Anytime we're at Science World, which is, like, not that regular, because, you know, our kid is only 5 months old, but anytime we're at Science World, like, I'm all about that White Spot, man. And the weird, like, super liquid mustard. Oh, man. That's the good stuff. Dude, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna place this stuff down so I'm not, like, super late. I don't want to be super late again. I'm always freaking late for the browser games, man. We put another Grove down. Like, let's just get this thing on the freaking road. I don't want to be late all the time. Don't forget loot. I'm not worried about loot right now. Hello. I like to play the game of what did my wife print out. Well, then I wouldn't say that, because I've, you know, and I mean, why are you printing that out, you know? You got screens everywhere. You're gonna print out some pornographic material? I don't think so. I don't buy it. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't pass the smell test. Scratch and sniff, baby. Anyway, yeah, Kitchen Nightmares, great show. Love it. Love the Kitchen Nightmares. Give me the Super Grove over here. Yeah, you know what? Give me the Insane Village as well. Oh, we got a level. You're absolutely right. Okay. After hero receives direct damage, all skeletons have a 15% chance to perform a counterattack immediately. I'll take it because it's fun. But we don't get to take too many hits before we die, so I don't expect this to be game-changing, but... No, I would never, like, I'll just be honest, like, I'm not that mean. Like, and I know that maybe is, like, trying to make myself sound nicer than I actually am, but I'm not mean enough to, like, you know, yell at a streamer and be like, yeah, of course you're getting, like, 12 viewers. You've been playing the same game for 10 years. Nobody even liked it when it came out. Yeah, you gotta go to bed, you gotta set a schedule and go to bed at a normal time, wake up at a relatively normal time, and like do the same thing day in, day out so you get some consistency. Yeah, you gotta go outside sometimes so you remember that like chat is not the real world, and like you keep things in perspective, and you know, you get like a smile on your face and stuff like that from now and then. But yeah, I'm just not I'm not mean enough to do the Gordon Ramsay thing. I'm mean in a different way, which is like if somebody asked me for honest feedback, I would just be like, I don't know, it looks like everything's going great. I don't know why it's not working out, because I don't want to get myself into that, I don't want to get myself into that can of worms of hurting somebody's feelings. Oh, rate my stream. It would be good content, though. I'm sure it would pop off. Like, I'm sure there's some virality there. No, come on. I would never do a tier list of my friends' streams. That's like... I mean, they wouldn't be your friends for much longer. Please let me finish this Loop Hero run. We're only gonna have 15 minutes for browser games. Place Meadows, please. Place Meadows. If we did do a tier list, though, oh, absolutely, Levy would be in the S tier. He's running his you know, he's got overlapping market forces right now. Chess is riding the wave right now. He's like at the top of the wave. He's doing cool events and stuff like that. Tons of collaborations. Streaming a lot with stuff that people like to watch. And then also on top of that, making compelling YouTube videos, you know? He's doing it better than I am, without a doubt. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Man, just please let me fight the boss. Please just let me fight the boss. Malph's triple S tier for smoking sexy style. That's what I always have said about Malph. I'm always like, that guy, he's smoking... smoking sexy style. You just kill the flesh golem. You got nothing to worry about if you can kill that flesh golem. Didn't you do a tier list of your friends? A lot of you, you know, are just here to start fights. And, you know, me from a week and a half ago, it could easily be baited in that. Me now, when there's gift subs on the line, I don't get baited so simply. The video we did was not a tier list, it was who would win in a fight, and we answered that they would all win. It was a way to gas people up. It wasn't a way to actually tear people down. It was a positive thing. Okay, I would like to fight the boss, please. Please place as many rocks down as possible. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, let me fight the boss. Okay, you know what? This is where you just go, you open up the Discord. You just go open up the Discord. And you say, hey, coming, sorry, this run is taking too long. It should be done shortly. There you go. At least, dude, this is a great game to, like, you know, have, on the other monitor. No, you can't just farm Oblivion. Oh my. You can't just farm Oblivion scrolls. Or Oblivion wheat fields, because the Oblivion takes the boss timer down actually. So you gotta just wait for, you know, rocks and dang old mountains and rocks and dang old meadows, and it's our fault really, because we have wheat fields, they only go down like if you have a village to put them next to. So like it's harder for us to just spam cards. Texting the Discord, begging for the location of the Lich. This meter controls the boss. This is the boss meter right here. Please, please. $7.92? I'll get down with that. I know it's got less cool abilities associated with it, but you're not gonna make it to the boss. I think you guys are, I think you're a hater, and I think you should back off. Like Miranda Singh said. I think haters should back off here. I think we're definitely gonna make it to the boss. I'm not concerned about that. Put these down. Boss is gonna spawn. Okay, boss spawns. We destroy the Lich's palaces. Absolutely no problem. We put another road lantern down. I have no idea how much impact that's gonna have, but... Oh, that's right. Spiders generate cards for us as well. You know what? With only a half hour on the stream for some browser games, at least people will go fast in Codenames. Are you tired of fights in tight spaces already? No, I think it's an awesome game, but I think it's, you know, I don't want to play it on stream in all likelihood for the near future. I think people, you know, there's some games that work well that work better on streams than others. There's a lot of games that are like 5 out of 10s, but are actually like, you know, people enjoy watching them. And then there's some games that are like 9 out of 10s, and it doesn't necessarily, you know, send people to the moon. It's been put in analytics prison. If you want to call it that, you can call it that. We gave it a fair shake, and I think that the game's amazing. I think it's a fantastic game. All card games kind of have a, you know, they got an uphill climb. Let's put it that way. Right, I think it's like, it's probably my, I mean, I don't even know how many other deck builders have I played this year. Technically, I guess Loop Hero is one, but they're much different. I would say, yeah, I would say that I think that Fights in Tight Spaces is like my favorite Slay the Spire type game I've played in a long time. I'm not worried about the treasuries. I'm trying to just run down the boss here so I don't end up being late for content. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. Does Landlord count? I mean, I'll be honest with you, I actually feel like, that's really good. I actually feel like, Fights in Tight Spaces, from my opinion, I think they're both great games. I think it's a better game than Luck Be a Landlord. But it is a little bit, it's not as fun to watch, for most people at least. Might as well give me some armor for skeletons. Yeah, Landlord is like, it's analytics gold. They're like an opposite of like, if there's analytics prison, there's also like, you know, like the analytics like red carpet. Luck Be a Landlord is in the analytics ivory tower. Okay, get destroyed. I do not concern myself with you. Shut up. Yeah, exactly. You will be destroyed. Please summon more skeletons. There you go. There we go. More skeletons, please. We're going to die. Why is the Lich so good at attacking me? You don't want to attack my skeletons? What the heck, man? I thought that he would attack some other targets at some point. Good God. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll take all my loot this time instead. All right. We're gonna run into this browser.